Hi, my name is General Simon. My race number is URK17CS049. Now we are going to see the programs which is based on inheritance. So this is the first program. Here we are declaring a header file, and then we are creating a class called book. In this book we are giving some character and integer variables. Character variables for book title, book author, and book published. We are declaring an array of some memory space, and in the int we are giving for book copy, book availability, and book edition. And then here we are getting a data. Here we are getting the data for the given variables: book title, book author, book copy, book availability, book edition, and book publication. And then we are displaying the data of the given variables here. And then we are closing the class, and then we are creating a class called librarian. In the librarian we are going to access the private variables which are given in the variable protector product. If we give here public book, means we can able to access the variables which we are given in the protector. We can access from the librarian. We can access it librarian or any derived class. With the help of derived class we can able to access the data which have been in the base class. So we are here also we are giving the variables which are present in the protected. We are giving here, and in the get data we are getting the data of the book, and in the void display we are displaying the data. For these two operations we are giving a scope resolution operator for it. And then in the int main we are giving book b1 and b1 dot get data and b1 dot display. So this is the end of the program. So now we are going to see the output. So it's asking book title. So I am giving the book title and book author, and then I am typing the book copy, and I am giving the availability of books, and I am giving the book edition, and then I am giving the book publisher name. So here are the book author name, book copy, and book availability, book edition, and book publisher. These are the results. So now we are going to see the second program. So for this program we want to inherit the members which have been present in the college, like community member, student, staff, faculty, employee. We want to cover everyone in this inheritance. So here we are giving a header file, and then we are creating a class called student, and in the protected we are giving the variables which are required for a student, like name, register number, course, CGPA. We are declaring a character and integer variables for it. And then here we are getting we are using void get data, and then we are getting data here, name, register number, course, CGPA. And then here we are displaying the data, student name and register number, course, and CGPA. And then here we are creating a class called employee. In the employee we are giving employee name, ID, subject in protector, and then we are getting a data. And then here we are displaying the data of the variables, and then we are closing, and the community is the base class. We are the student and employee are the derived class. So we are going to access the public of student and the public of employee. And then we are giving the variables which are present in the name, which are present in the student and the employee. We are giving the variables which have been given in the protected. So we are getting the data for both student and employee. And then we are getting for student and employee, we are displaying the data. For this two we are using a scope resolution operator here. So we are closing that up to that. Then again this is the end of the first single inheritance. Then this is a single inheritance. For that also we are giving a protected variable. We are declaring the required variables, faculty name, ID number, and subject. And then we are getting the data of the faculty name, ID number, and subject, etc. And we are displaying the data of it, and then we are closing. Then we are creating a new class called staff, and the staff we are giving the staff name, their ID number, and their subject name, and then we are getting the data for it. And here I am given as teacher, so I want to give us staff. Here I have changed a little bit. So we want to get the data for the staff name, number, and subject name, and then we want to give the number of staffs, the ID number, and the subject taken by the staff. And then the second inheritance, we are making an employee as base class and the faculty and staff as derived class. Then we are getting the variables which have been given in the faculty and the staff as protected. We are giving it as private in the employee, and then we are getting the data for the both faculty and the staff, and then we are displaying the data for both faculty and staff. We are using a scope resolution operator here to call the functions. Then this is the end of the second single inheritance. Now we are seeing third single inheritance. Here we are giving a protector name of administrator and the qualification of him. We are giving character, and then we are getting the data and we are displaying the data. This is the end of it, and we are giving class teacher, and for that also we are giving the variables in the protector, and then we are giving the public, and in the void get data we are getting the data of teacher name and subject course, and then we are displaying the data of the teacher's name and the subject course, and then we are closing. And for this we are giving the faculty as the base class and the administrator and teacher as derived class, and then we are giving a private of name of the administrator and qualification. We are giving the protected variables which have been given on the administrator and the teacher, and then we are getting the data for the administrator and teacher, and then we want to display the data for administrator and teacher. We are using a same scope resolution operator which are used in the first and second single inheritance. And then we are declaring an integer main. We are making community member which is the first base class. Then we are getting the data for the first single inheritance, getting data and displaying data. This is a second single inheritance, employee E1, where we are getting the data for the employee and displaying it. And then this is the third single inheritance. We are getting the data for the faculty F1. We are getting the data and we are displaying the data. So this is the end of the program. Now we are going to check whether the program is correct or not. It's asking to type the student details, and I am giving the student details. It's asking the employee details. I am giving. So here it's displaying the student and the employee details, and I am giving here the faculty details, and their ID and the subject which is taken by him. And then we are giving for staff, we are giving here the subject name. So here we are displaying the data of faculty and the staff, and now we want to get the name and qualification of the administrator. We are getting the administrator details here. Then we are getting the data for the students. Student details we are getting here. We are getting the details for the teacher. We are giving here the course which he has taken. So we are giving here. So it's displaying the data for the administrator and the teacher. This is the end of the single with the first, second and third single inheritance which we have used in this second program. So this is the end of the program. Thank you.